Finally, after sleepless nights, stress, anxiety, pain and suffering, plus discipline, dedication, hard work, focus, consistency and patience, I finally reached to 1.275 million in funding in just 4 months. And I am not like your fake chapri trading influencer who just pass one $10,000 account, take payout from that particular account and start selling you courses, signal group or mentorship. I have passed multiple Propfirm account. I have passed account of $100,000, $50,000 and that too of multiple Propfirm, and I have taken payout from each and every Propfirm. So currently I have 475k funding in Quantical, 300k funding in Funding Pips, 200k funding in Instant Funding, 100k funding in GFT, that is Goat Funded Trader, 5%er and Alpha Capital. I have taken payout from each and every Propfirm. I have taken payout from Quantical, I have taken payout from Funding Pips, I have taken payout from Instant Funding, Goat Funded Trader, 5%er and Alpha Capital. So that is the reason why I said I am not like your fake chapri trading influencer who just pass one $5,000 account or $10,000 account and make 20 different reels and YouTube video by showing you that particular certificate of that particular account and by showing you that $100 payout certificate and start selling you courses and all these things. I have passed all the accounts. I have taken payout from all the accounts, and that too without selling you any courses or without selling you any signal. And you guys need to question the authenticity of the person. How you guys just go and pay the money to a person who just passed one funded account and take one payout from any funded account? You just have to see the authenticity of the person. All these people just make real by passing one funded account, and when you pay for their courses or signal group, from that money they show you their fake lifestyle, and from showing you that fake lifestyle more people will join them. So their whole business model is fooling you, and you are the people who pay them and who pay for their lifestyle. That is the reason again why I said I am not like a fake and chapri trading influencer. And I will talk about all these things in some other video. This video is about me and how I reached to 1.275 million in funding. So I came to know about Propfirms on 25th December 2023. Then I planned that from 1st January 2024 I will go all into forex trading and Propfirm trading. From the very beginning, I have never put my single penny in forex broker. From the very beginning, I am trading only Propfirm. And to all those who are watching my video for the first time, I started trading last year in May or June, and I started it with the Indian market. I have lost all my money in courses and signal groups like you all, but I've learned my lesson in the very beginning that all these courses and all these signals will never gonna make me money. What's gonna make me money is emotional control, discipline, risk management, money management and technical. Technical is the last thing which is gonna make me money, but before that, risk management, money management, discipline, emotional control, psychology, these are the main factors which are going to make me money in the market in the long term. And another most important thing which is going to make me money in the long term is capital. It is difficult to make huge sum of money on a $5,000 account, but it is very easy to make small return on a $1 million account, and still you're going to make more than a person who is making way higher return on a $5,000 account. So I learned this lesson in the very beginning that capital, risk management, money management, discipline, emotion, psychology is the main thing. And after all these things, I started my Instagram page on 1st October or 1st or 2nd October, and I started with option trading. I was continuously losing money, and as I told, I came to know about Propfirm on 25th December because it was a Christmas time and New Year time, and multiple Propfirms were running offers because of Christmas and New Year. Then I come to know about Propfirms. Then from 1st January I entered into Propfirm. I have blown multiple Propfirm account. Like in the beginning I have blown 12, 15 or maybe more Propfirm account in phase 1. I have never even reached to phase 2 in my starting of the Propfirm journey. Then after blowing my multiple Propfirm account, I blow all my capital. I have left with nothing. I have left with only $50,000, that too in my mutual fund. I have already talked about this thing in my other videos as well, that I have only left with 50,000 rupees in my mutual fund. I withdraw that money. That took me around 6 to 7 days. In those 6 to 7 days, I have analyzed everything. I have gone through my journal. I have seen that what mistake I am doing, and I realized that each and every person on YouTube is making the same video. One person is saying you should risk 0.5% or 0.25%. Then once you go in certain percent positive, that is 2 or 3% positive, then you start risking 1%. If you go in 1 or 2% or 3% drawdown, then you should reduce your risk. And if I go to another video, the person is saying the same thing in his own words. Then I go to another video, again the person is saying the same thing but in his own words. YouTube is all about saying the same thing, and I realized this thing that all these people are content creators and they don't know the real game of Propfirm trading. And I realized this thing at that time that I am blowing the accounts. I am continuously blowing the account. I have already blown 12, 15 or maybe more accounts. So isn't it better that I risk more, 2, 3 or 4% in order to try to pass the Propfirm account as soon as possible and get funded? Because in this case, if I blow 2 or 3 account and pass 4th account, still the money which I made on the 4th account, that will be way more than the money which I have lost in the previous 3 account which I have blown. And that was the turning point. Also, one more thing was that once I entered into Propfirm trading, from the very beginning, as soon as I entered, there was that meta code issue that start happening. Then there were multiple Propfirm which were going bankrupt or which were filing for bankruptcy. So I realized this thing in the very beginning, that no matter what they say, that we are here for you, and if you grow, we grow. These Propfirm are here to make money, and if you lose money, then only they're gonna make money, and if you wanna make money, they will lose money. I realized this thing, and all these things were happening. So I realized that passing the account as soon as possible, even after blowing 2 or 3 accounts, is way more better than taking one account and trying to pass it in 4 or 5 months, because you never know that even after spending 4 or 5 months in one particular account, when you get funded on the 6th month, you gonna get the payout or not in that funded account which you have passed in 6 months. If anything wrong happen, if that Propfirm gone bankrupt, or if they rejected your payout, all your efforts of 6 months will be gone and you will left with nothing. So yeah, that was the turning point, because of all these issues were happening, and the risk management part which I figured for myself, that risking more in challenge phase and then risking 0.5% or maximum 1% in funded phase is a better thing to do, instead of risking 0.5% in challenge phase and spending months and months on challenge phase only. First funded account I passed was of funding pips. I take payout. I again invested into Propfirms. I again bought a $10,000 account. I have never gone for a $5,000 account. Again I got a $10,000 account. I blow 2 or 3 more account, passed one more, take payout from that particular account. Then I moved to $25,000 account, take payout from that account, move to 50,000, then move to 100,000. I reached to $250,000 in funding by June. I have 100k account of the Forex funder, which was a scam Propfirm, where my $5,000 payout got rejected. Then I have 100k account of funding pips, and I have 50k account of Goat Fund Trader. So my $5,000 payout got rejected from TFF because of news trading. In Goat Fund Trader, the 50k account which I have, there was some technical glitch, because of which I have made around $5,500 in that particular account, and that account was breached because of their technical issue. And in the compensation, all they gave me is $150,000 account and two $25,000 account for the giveaway in my community. And that 50k account which they gave me was again in phase 1. So I have lost 100k account of TFF, then 50k account of GFT, and my psychology was completely fucked up. I was taking random trades, I was taking emotional decisions, the risk management was not on point, and because of that I have blown my funding pips 100k account as well. So by the end of June I was completely on zero. Then on 1st July 2024 I set a goal for myself again, that in the remaining 6 months of the year I will reach to 600k in funding. In 72 days I reached to 675k in funding, and among those 675k in funding, approx 300 to 350k in funding I get in Road to Funded 2.0 only. All the trades which I have taken in the funded account to get those 300 or 350k in funding were already on the Instagram. You can go and check out my journey of Road to Funded 2.0 on Instagram. You will see all the trades and all the account which I have passed during Road to Funded. So once I reached to 675k in funding in 72 days, I set a new goal for myself that before 31st December 2024 I will reach to $1 million in funding. I said this thing on Instagram as well as on YouTube, that my next goal is to reach to $1 million in funding before 31st December. But in my mind, I have planned this thing that I will reach to 1 million in funding before Diwali, that is before 31st October 2024. And I reached to that level, and I reached beyond that, and I reached to 1.275 million in funding in just 4 months from complete zero. The reason how I am able to achieve this thing is my win rate is not exceptional. Sometimes people say that you got 100% win rate in Quantical, that's why you are on the leaderboard of Quantical. Sometimes people say that you got 100% win rate in instant funding as well, but that is not at all the case. Like, the thing is, I get 100k win rate in one particular account, but the account which I have blown, in that particular account my win rate goes to 20, 25, 30%. So when you combine all those things, my win rate comes to somewhere around 55, 60 or 65%. Keep it 60 or 65%, and my risk reward is 1:1.2 to 1:3 max. 1:3 is the max risk reward which I take. 1:2 is the very usual. Sometimes I even close to 1:1. When I got a 100% win rate, most of the time I close my trade at 1:1 or 1:1.5. So on an average, what comes is 60% to 65% win rate with 1:2 risk reward. The only thing which I understand in the very beginning and which I implemented, and because of which I reached to 1.275 million in funding in just 4 months, is that of risking more in challenge phase and try to get funded as soon as possible. Now people are there on Instagram and YouTube who say that people will pass the funded account and then they're not gonna take any payout. All these people were scammers and all these things. I have shown payout of each and every prop firm. Every prop firm which I have passed, I have shown you the payout of each and every prop firm, and not only one payout, I have taken multiple payout from that particular prop firm. Even if I blow the account of one particular prop firm, I have taken at least 2 or 3 payout from that particular prop firm. So this is my risk approach, and because of this I reached to this level. And I uploaded an Instagram video last week that I reached to 1.275 million in funding, and I asked you all to comment down all your questions which you want me to ask, but this video will be too long to answer all the questions, so I'm gonna make a separate dedicated video and I posted most probably in 2 or 3 days after this. So comment down all the question which you have. I will answer to each and every single question which was asked on Instagram or which you're gonna ask on the YouTube comments. And whether that video will be for 45 minutes or 1 hour, I will answer to each and every single question which you're gonna ask. But in this video I will answer to one question which so many people have asked, like how many funded accounts which I have blown. So in total I have blown around 25 funded accounts, 25 challenge accounts in order to reach to my goal of 1.275 million in funding, where I have blown around 3 account of 5%er, then 1 account of Alpha Capital, then 3 account of Funder Pro, and 1 or 2 account of GFT. And apart from that, I guess I have blown around 4 or 5 account of Quantical as well. Then I have blown 2 or 3 account of instant funding. I don't know the very exact number, but I have blown around at least 21 to 24 funded account in order to reach to my goal of 1.275 million in funding. But the thing is, I know that whatever I'm gonna put in the funded account, when I get funded, after blowing multiple funded account, when I get funded, I'm gonna make everything back and much more. So everything which I have invested in the funded accounts, I've already made everything back, and I have already made way more than what I have invested in that particular funded account. And now I have all those funded accounts and I can trade them and I can make much more. And yes, that is exactly my risk management thing, and yes, that is exactly how I trade, because this is the game. Like if someone still says this thing on social media, on Instagram, on YouTube, or on Twitter or anywhere, that you should risk 0.5% on the challenge phase, just directly go and unsubscribe or unfollow that particular person, because that particular person don't know this basic thing till now, that Propfirm is not there for you. They are here to make money, and no matter what these Propfirm wanna say, what their tagline is, whatever they gonna say, that we are here for you, if you win, we win, we are traders, built by traders, bullshit, 20 different bullshit things. They are here to make money, and they gonna make money when you lose money. And let me tell you a data. I've already talked about this thing in a multiple video, that 95% people never get funded, and out of that 5% who get funded, hardly there are a person who gonna reach to the first payout. I have seen a podcast last week only where a person talked about the exact data, like how much people gonna pass the funded account and how much people gonna take the payout from funded account. The people who gonna take first payout, even the first payout from the funded account, is less than 1%. This is the data by the Propfirm. The people who literally even reach to the first payout was less than 1%. You seriously think that is there any point of risking 0.5% and spending all those months, and when you reach to the funded stage, that Propfirm will go bankrupt or make some sort of excuse and they don't gonna pay you out? So all your efforts of last 4, 5, 6 months will be wiped out. Take my example only. Suppose I started my forex trading in January, and in first 3 months I traded TFI by risking 0.5%. In April I get funded, and when I get funded, that particular Propfirm rejected my payout. All my 4 months of effort will be wiped out again by risking 0.5% or 0.25% or maximum 1%. I spent 2 months in order to pass the particular Propfirm account. Finally in July I get funded, and some technical issue happen, and that Propfirm account will be wiped out. Again, all my last 6-7 month efforts will be wiped out completely. Again, I took a new account, suppose Alpha Capital. You know, if you follow me on Instagram, you know what Alpha Capital has exactly done with me. I have deleted that particular video, but I will again upload that video, because they told me that if I'm not gonna delete that video, they're gonna ban me, because they already banned me once when I put the Trustpilot review. When I deleted the Trustpilot review, they gave back my account and I start trading that particular account again. And then they came to know about my Instagram video. They asked me to delete that or else they're gonna ban me again. I deleted it. Once I am gonna breach that account, or if anything wrong gonna happen with that particular account, I'm gonna upload a detailed video on YouTube as well as on Instagram again. Now coming back to the example, 6 or 7 month effort will be wiped out completely. Now again I took an account, again took 0.5% or 0.25% risk or 1% risk. Again I spent 2 or 3 months in passing the challenge phase, and once I get funded, that prof firm not gonna give me the payout because of any ABC reason. So you see, like my 10 months of effort will be completely wiped out, because there is no guarantee that one particular prop firm on which you are relying will gonna give you the payout, or will be here or will not file for bankruptcy by the time you gonna pass that particular prop firm account. That is the reason why I am saying, if still there is any person who is giving you this bullshit advice of risking 0.5% in challenge phase and take it slow and steady, win the race and all this bullshit thing, just go and unsubscribe to that particular YouTube or Instagram or Twitter, or just don't follow all this bullshit advice, because I have done it. I have traded with multiple prop firm, I have faced multiple payout rejections, I have gone through all the bullshit thing which a prop firm can do to a trader. That is the reason why I am telling this. The strategy of risking 0.5% per trade in challenge phase is the biggest bullshit, and only a person who is not having any sort of experience in the prop firm trading will give you this sort of advice. Any person who has any sort of experience in prop firm trading, or who has taken multiple payout, or who has traded with multiple prop firm, or who has multiple account and have hundred and thousand and million of dollar in funding, can give the real advice that 0.5% or even 1% in challenge phase will never gonna make you anything. Your goal in the end is to make money, and in challenge phase you are not making money, you are just passing the account. I have already told you by giving the example that if I was relying on one particular account, and to all those prop firms which have rejected my account, if I have taken the account in those particular prop firm only, and any sort of bullshit should have happened, all my 10 months of efforts will be wiped out. I have left with nothing by now, and that is the thing I suggest you all, and I suggest you this on the basis of data. I told you the data in the previous video as well, and a new data came across me where even I came to know about this thing, that the percentage of people who even reach to the first payout is even less than 1%. The exact number was 0.75% people who reach to their even first payout. Literally there is no point. Reward come with the risk. If you don't gonna take the risk, you will not get the reward. And all those people who say 0.5%, 0.25% is, that thing is completely bullshit. I can only tell you this thing. I'm not selling you any courses or signal because of which I'm gonna say you all these things. I'm giving you all this advice because I have the experience. I have traded with multiple prop firm. I have been banned and blacklisted by multiple prop firm. My multiple payout got rejected. I have blown multiple funded account. In this last 4 months, in order to reach to my goal of 1.275 billion in funding, I have breached around 21 to 24 funded accounts. No prop firm is there for you. No prop firm is here to stay. No prop firm is here to make you profitable or here to make you money, or no prop firm is here to celebrate your wins. When you win, they cry because they are losing money when you win. So yeah, that's it for this video. I have answered 2 questions which people asked on Instagram comment, like how many funded accounts which I have blown and what percentage of risk I take on the challenge phase and funded phase. For all the remaining question, I'll make a separate video and I will upload that particular video in 2 or 3 days only. And do comment all your question under this video, or comment all your question on the Instagram video. I will answer to each and every question, whether that video will go long for 45 minutes, 60 minutes or 90 minutes. I will answer to each and every comment, and I will answer to each and every person. So yeah, that's it for this video. See you in the next video, and don't forget to like this video and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.